Hi guys, welcome back to my video vlog. Today is behind the scenes photo shoot with Emil Sebastian, one of the designers who I've been working with for 2 years now, and the excellent photographer. Now, these are a couple tips to know while you're a freelancer model working in a different country, i.e., Saudi Arabia, that one, when they start playing music in the background, is to have so much fun, and two, be yourself, especially when it comes to doing your freelancing work as a model and enjoying the moments, because if you don't, your photos will guaranteedly show you exactly how stressed you are during the shoots. Now, the shoot was like a couture gown, and because I work with these queens for 2 years, I know how they are and what they like. So, tip one, as a freelancer model, you need to be able to be yourself, listen to how the designer wants his garment to show, and one, because of the outfit was already exaggerated enough, you don't need to put on a lot of poses. You just need to work with what you have. And as you can see in the clip, sometimes the designer will come in and step in and show you, well, this is how I want the garment to show, and not to mean to be be upset or be saying, oh my gosh, he don't think or she don't think I am doing it right. But on the contrary, sometimes the photographer or the designer see how their outfit is going to be modeled and how they envision it, because they already know the stage is already set, how they want it to look on the mannequin. And technically, you are a mannequin. No ifs or buts. You are a mannequin who is showing the design. Just a really lifelike mannequin. And I'm okay with that. And you should be okay with that, because at the end of the day, that's what being a model is. You are a mannequin showing off the designs of the outfit. And today was really fun but tiring, because I tried not to sleep and I would had so much stuff in my head. And trust me, 101, when you're doing a job beforehand, try to get as much sleep as you can and not think about it. And i.e., do not go on a fasting water-based diet, because you'll be so messed up the next morning, because you'll be so hungry. Anyway, next on topic, because the dress was really loud. For your modeling shoot, you need to work with the dress, not against the dress, because if you do work against the dress, then it will look awkward. In my bio, you will see my Instagram page where you will see the photos will be up. You can check out Emil Sebastian website, and also the photographer, you will see his work that he have done previously, and also the outfits and reels. This one is a Filipino's traditional dress, and it is so lovely. I have done this before. This one is the first time I have seen that is really flowing and more like very girly effect that I so love. I couldn't help myself. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I wanted to feel like a fairy so badly. I had to like contain myself, and sometimes during my shoot, I was like, you know what, Jamila, calm down, calm down. You're not doing this. You're working, work. And I really wanted to show how the dress looked, because it didn't really do it justice just standing there. But because they had music in the background, you definitely, yeah, your girl got moves. Check it out, check it out. Anyway, um, the photographer had some tips on what I should do, and I was like playing with a bit different poses. And another thing too, while you're posing, sometimes when they're doing the test shots, trust me, if you're feeling out the test shots, try a couple of poses while you're doing it, because you never know which one will land, even if it was accidental. Trust me, I had a couple of accidental pictures came out and I was like, yeah, those are so cool. They kept it. I'll look on my Instagram and you will definitely see the the little bits of test shots that came out to be actually really good shots. Now we tried to do a couple of poses that was squatting because it just was like too straight, and the designer wanted to see a bit more effort. Well, not effort, but more in the dress. But because I was jogging, and look, do not go exercising the day before the shoot. That doesn't work. Your limbs, your legs, your arms, your body is in so much pain. Every pose is like torture. So even if I was doing like a complete random pose, it was really painful because my muscles was like aching. And we wanted to do a bit more extravagant on the gown and wanted to see how it actually looks flare out. And I was like, okay, I'll do a squat. But then the designer, thank God, I love him so much. Yeah, what? We'll take the stool. And this wedding gown, well, it's not a wedding gown. It's more like in Saudi Arabia, they have two sets of wedding. Kind of like the traditional Western wedding. You have the engagement party and you have the wedding. So this gown represented the ballroom engagement wedding, where they do a ceremonial engagement party before. And trust me, I have been to a few and it's really fun. I love it. This is the engagement gown before the wedding, and this is without the petticoat underneath. It is super massive and I couldn't breathe at one point. I had to like literally control my breathing because I was super exhausted and I wanted to like eat something. But at the moment, it was really fun. But this is the Saudi Arabian engagement dress, which is so beautiful. I gotta hand it. My designer, Emil, is super amazing and he is super talented. And honestly, I feel motivated to be a really good designer because he is such a really good designer. So this gown represents the engagement before the wedding, and this came with a petticoat, but the petticoat was so massive we had to just leave it out of the scene and do the photo shoot without it because it was so massive. So I don't know if I reached tips three, but tip three is just work with your garment and enjoy the moment as a freelancer model. I have been doing this for like 5 years now and it's super amazing. I have met a lot of people along the way, and living in Saudi Arabia, those who want to know, living in Saudi Arabia is absolutely amazing. If you want to do modeling here in Saudi Arabia, I suggest start by meeting the locals, going out, handing out your flyers, posting on Instagram, but modestly, i.e., modestly, please do not post any too much skin photography because it is not okay. But at the end of the day, do you and be yourself and enjoy what you do, because if you love what you do and you want to continue doing your modeling without an agency, being a freelancer model is super hard. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park, but it's super hard. But at the end of the day, you have perks. You meet a lot of great people, designers, people who love to create, have fun, and be their self. Heck, why not? I love doing it too, and I love meeting new people. I love wearing these gowns. I actually feel like a complete princess in this thing, and just go with the flow. To me, being a freelancer model is worth more. Look at my face. Look at my face. My face was like absolutely weird. I know I'm straying far from the topic. And another tip too is like when you're doing these shoots, please be aware of your face. Sometimes if you're too tired or you're sleepy, it can tell in the photos. So be aware. And also ask the photographer or tell the photographer, please, when I'm doing the shoots, please fix my face or tell me to fix my face, because honestly, you don't know. Even if you're not doing a photo shoot with a mirror in front of you, you don't know how your face is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is my behind the scenes. I know I ranted a lot, but let me know in the comments what you think. I love you guys. Photos will be on my Instagram. Bye.